Yeah, it looks like it was a tough loss for them, huh?
Yeah, I mean 5-1. That's ridiculous.
Oh, what is going on, Merritt High School? Welcome back to another episode of MHN Sportscenter. I'm Nolan Curry here with gangster Gavin Mancini, here to bring you a sports update from this weekend. Gavin, what do we have for our viewers today?
Well, Nolan, we have some great updates starting with football, then heading to cross country as they had to meet this weekend, and some field hockey to end the episode.
Wonderful. I heard the boys had a fantastic game against the Aztecs.
Yeah, the boys had a great game, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's send it to Mike to start our episode with some football.
The Tigers took an unfortunate loss on Friday night to the Oakmont Spartans, losing by a score of 38-33. Although it was a loss, the game came down to the final play. The Tigers did still have a bright spot. Pat Andrews scored 3 times, 2 on the ground. And 1 through the air. Akris Semakula also had a strong touchdown run. Tavin Hirsch scored the final touchdown for the Tigers from the 1-yard line. Now over to Evan with the cross country.
Over the weekend, the cross-country team had 2 meets. On Friday, the JV runners ran at Geloni Park. These races were not scored. There are only 2 runners for the boys, 8th grader Brady DeVita, who ran a 25 flat, and 8th grader Matthew Pitas, who ran a 31:39, bringing his personal best by over 8 minutes. On the girls' side, sophomore Sarah Duran led the way with a time of 26:40. The next day, the rest of the team headed up to Pierce's Tree Farm in Lunenburg for the league championship meet. The boys finished 4th as a team. Leading away was Gabe Royan, finishing with a time of 18 minutes and 35 seconds, finishing 4th in the race. The girls, on the other hand, finished 6th of the team. Leading the way was Natalie Champion, who finished with a time of 22 minutes and 22 seconds, finishing 8th overall. The next meet will be on Saturday at the Gardner Golf Course. The time is to be announced. And now to Stack with boys varsity soccer.
The boys soccer team took on the Aztecs of Assabet Valley on Saturday, a highly anticipated rivalry game, but if you ask me, it's not much of a rivalry. It was a strong start for the Tigers as senior Ryan Cedeno put one in the back of the net, and sophomore Chris Wilkins used his head to give the Tigers the 2-0 lead. Then Assabet converted on a penalty kick to narrow the margin to 2-1 going into the halftime break. The Aztecs then collapsed as they allowed 3 goals in 20 minutes. Goals were scored by Lucas Hogan, who had 2 on the day, and also Wilbert Chow. The Tigers will play again tomorrow in Sutton in round 1 of the Central Mass Tournament. Now, we'll throw it over to Gavin for JV soccer.
Thanks, Will. The boys' JV team looked to get the same result as the varsity team, but unfortunately could not prevail. They lost by a score of 2-1. Goals scored by Anwar Alvarez. The boys' JV team has no more scheduled games. However, they might play later this week. More details to come. Now over to Marissa with a field hockey update.
With the loss last Thursday, that makes varsity's record 2-10-1. JV is 7-3-2. Tomorrow starts the first of 2 playoff games. The girls travel to Fitchburg to play St. Bernard's. The game will start at 3:45. Then Thursday they will play Gansett at home, and Friday it is a makeup game against Burncoat. Now to Nolan and Gavin with the outro.
Plenty of sports this weekend.
Yeah, you know what? We have the JV boys football team looking to get back at the Oakmont Spartans tonight at 6.
Really? They better get in the back tonight. But other than that, nothing else on the schedule for today.
All right, well, that's going to do it for today's episode of MHN Sports Center. Make sure to come back every day as we bring you all updates from Maynard Sports. And as always,
Go Tigers!